What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, and I'm here for the boxing news. And today it was announced that Errol Spence Jr. will be fighting Terence Crawford July 29th in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. Now, this year we've been getting some pretty goddamn good fights. Fights that we actually want to see. Whether it be Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. We're even getting another fight here coming up soon is Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. Now that fight is not on the level of these fights, but it's another damn good fight. A fight I want to watch and a fight I'm willing to sit down and enjoy. But nothing's bigger than this right here. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. You know, a lot of people have fanboy out from one guy or the other. Me personally, I am from Dallas. I do root for Errol Spence. But I'm really not a fan of no man. I don't believe in fandom. Fan is just short for fanatic. So I'm not fanatical about no other man. But I do root for these guys. And both of these guys are high-level boxers. Both of these guys have high IQs inside of the ring. Both of these guys tend to break fighters down and figure them out as the fight goes on. They both have power. They both have great jabs. Terence Crawford probably is a little bit more athletic and being able to use his athleticism. Errol Spence is a guy who's more based in fundamentals. He's more like a Tim Duncan, you know, on an individual level, not the Spurs, but a Tim Duncan. And to me, personally, I think Terence Crawford is more like a Kevin Garnett. What I mean, just like, you know, Kevin Garnett was more athletic, jump higher. You know, he would use his athleticism a whole lot more. But both individually, Hall of Fame great players. But these two guys getting in this ring is going to be phenomenal. And somebody's going to be wrong. Now, all of these things have been said about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. Some people say there's no way Errol Spence can beat Terence Crawford. He's too crafty. He's too skillful. He's too mean. His hook is too vicious. He's just too everything. Some people say there's no way Errol Spence is gonna lose to Crawford. He's knocking out eye sockets. He's leaving people hurt where they can't fight for over a year plus. He has a little bit better resume, but in the end, none of that's going to matter no more because they're going to fight now. Where do I lean? I lean towards Errol Spence Jr., but by God, I can be wrong. When you start talking about two great fighters on one particular night, anything can happen. I think Errol Spence is the bigger, stronger guy. But that don't mean Terence Crawford on that night might not be the bigger, stronger guy. We shall see. But Errol Spence has a thudding jab. And every punch that he throws, he's throwing that bitch at about 75%. And over the course of a fight, is devastating to his opponents. Terence Crawford, he tends to one of the people that probes and, you know, picks and pops. And then once he figures you out, he attacks. He's like a wolf that sniffs around the meal. A wolf that's, you know, you see the wolf eyes off in the darkness, but the wolf ain't quite coming yet. He's just probing, looking for the right time to hop right on your ass. But these two guys are both such great fighters, and I'm so happy we getting the fights we finally want. Social media has almost ruined sports. It really has. Because what it's allowed is people to fanboy out with their opinion nonstop for one guy or another. Well, they just tend to bash. Like, you can't even, if you're a Crawford fan, it's tough to even give Errol Spence even any credit. If you're an Errol Spence fan, it's tough to give Terence Crawford fan. I don't like that shit. I want to get back to the days of Sugar Ray, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Tommy the Hitman Hearns, Roberto Duran, all these people fighting each other, man. So we get the best fights because style make fights. Who cares what you say on your couch or who can beat who? None of that shit truly matters because we really don't know. We hope, we think, we giving our educated boxing opinion, but we don't fucking know. We have no idea what's going to happen and who going to do what. We really don't, but it's exciting for this fight to be happening. I will say this. I moved to Las Vegas last year, I think July 9th, if I'm not mistaken. And this fight is on July 29th. It will be 127 degrees. So if you come into Vegas, make sure you're hydrated. Make sure that you ain't drinking till nighttime because you might fall out before the fight. Let me tell you this. Most major fights don't happen in the middle of July in Las Vegas. Why? Because it's blazing hot. Mayweather, I think the closest thing was Mayweather Cinco de Mayo. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments. But there's not a lot of major fights that happens in the middle of July or they're at the end of July going into August. That's the hottest time in Las Vegas. And I'm telling you, if you say, well, I'm from Texas, I'm used to the heat. Nigga, you ain't seen no 115, 116. I thought it was the same thing. I thought 115 and 104 in Texas was the same. Boy, was I wrong. Yeah, that 115 is stifling. Yeah, yeah, nothing's even moving outside. When I first moved here, I didn't see my neighbors. I didn't see nobody in this whole residential neighborhood. I stay in Summerlin. I didn't see nobody outside for weeks. That's how hot it was. Until nighttime, you'll see a few people coming and going, but man, it's that hot. But this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait for it. I will be doing another update video where I'll be breaking down some of the things that I think might happen within the fight. But this is going to be one hell of an event. It really is. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. And I seen a photo that Terence Crawford had where he was basically like Aquaman. He had the big Triton and he had the big fish. He had Errol Spence as a shark up on the Triton. Oh, that was a clean ass photo. And then Errol Spence got the photos where he's the shark Grim Reaper and he's knocking on Terrence's door with a bunch of bloody footsteps. He done collected all the belts. Oh man, I'm excited. Oh, hopefully this whole next couple years we just get back to what boxing used to be. Oh, I love boxing, man. This is just, people always talk about the UFC. The only reason the UFC is even in existence because boxing has been failing us. Give us what we looking for. God damn it. And after these fights, I want to see, people's like, I don't want to see Joshua. I want to see Joshua and Wilder. I still want to see it. I don't give a damn. There's still a lot of fights. I want to see Shakur and Haney. I want to see Haney and Shakur. I want to see Tank versus Haney. Tank versus Shakur. I want to see all the best fight the best, man. Let's get back to that. Quit being so critical of the person that lost. Quit being so critical of the person that you want to see your fighter actually fight. Like, I don't understand, like, just tearing a motherfucker. Hey, they tore down Ryan Garcia like he was. I understand Ryan Garcia talk trash, but you got to build the fight. I went to that fight. I was at the Ryan Garcia Tank Davis fight. It was electric. I'm glad he talked all this shit. I'm glad he said he was going to knock him out in the first. Guess what? He came out there and tried to knock him out in the first. He didn't, but you got to tip your cap. He came out there and tried to do what he could do, but Tank Davis, we already knew was going to be too much. But God damn it, you don't know if you can reach the moon if you don't never jump up and try to get it. But I can't wait for this, you guys. I will be doing another video on this. This has been Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel. I'm here for the boxing news. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass. I want to see the best. Fight the best ride. Peace.